Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Totally Magic. Please hit subscribe, like, share, usual thing. This is another one of those quick fire tricks. Simple and direct. Now you introduce a deck of cards and you say to people, you know what, being a magician, we never have any money. So when we want a pack of cards, we go scrounging for them. We look for cards on the floor at our friend's house. Whenever I'm in a casino, I go rummaging around the floor where they've dropped old playing cards. And over the years, I've managed to put together a pack of cards. However, there's something not quite complete about this pack here. Now, what I'm going to do is ask you to name any playing card from a deck of cards. Now, on this video, because I don't have anyone, I just want to prove to you that it is an absolute free choice. Trust me. So what I'm going to do is just use a deck of cards. Now, I will point out this has got absolutely nothing to do with the trick we're doing. I just need a totally random card from the pack. So let me just cut the cards. Let's have a look. Okay, I've got a king, but it can be any card that they choose. Okay. Let's get rid of that. So let's say they called out the King of Diamonds. You say, well, it's strange you should mention that. I'd like you to take hold of my irregular deck of cards. And can you deal the cards face up, counting out aloud, whilst looking for the King of Diamonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. What a lovely card. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50 and 51. There's 51 cards here. You see, I collected 51 cards over the years. There's one card that I didn't quite manage to get, and by some strange coincidence it just happens to be the freely named card that you called out, the King of Diamonds. So here's the tutorial for this very quick and direct trick. Now, I'm sure you've all come across variations of this and they all work the same. And just by you looking on the table in front of me and seeing two identical packs of cards gives the whole game away. I probably don't even need to tell you how it works. So as you gather, you use two decks of playing cards and you take 26 from one pack and the identical 26 from the other pack and join them together. You then remove one card and that gives you 51 cards. A lot of people wonder how you separate the cards. Are they all even cards in one pack and odd cards in the other? Well, I guess you could probably use that, but I believe that there's more even than odd cards or the other way round. This is the stack that I use, and the only reason I use it is because I learned this many years ago from a book and I just remember it. To me, it's easy to remember, and so I always use this stack, but you might prefer a different method. Okay, so remember, all you've got to do is have 26 cards from one pack, an identical set of 26 cards from the second pack, put them together to make up one full deck, and then remove one card to give you 51 cards. So let's go through what I've got. The pack that was on the table in the presentation consisted of these cards here. Now I've got the other 26 of these here, so that makes up my 52 cards. But let me just go through what they are. I've got clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. Now if you look closely, in this deck I have the aces, the black aces. they're my key. Ace of clubs and the ace of spades. Then I have 2 cards missing. I then have the 4 and 5 of clubs, another 2 cards missing, then the 8 and 9 of clubs, 2 cards missing, the queen and king. That's what I remember of that. If you then look on the next suit, which is spades, by the way, these black cards here are identical to the spades. Okay, so exactly the same value cards in here. The red ones are the same, the hearts and the diamonds. These ones use the in-between cards, the ones that are missing. The 2 and the 3, the 6 and the 7, and the 10 and the jack, and the same for the diamonds. Now that's all I've got to remember, all of that. And that's why when the card chosen in the presentation was the King of Diamonds, I knew that in this pack here, the King of Diamonds wasn't there. Okay, I knew that is because I know that looking at the diamonds, it will be a 2 and 3, a 6 and a 7, and a 10 and a jack. I knew that straight off. Okay, so that's how that works. Now all you do is from the other pack of cards, you take exactly the same cards. So again, I've got the 10, jack, 7, 6, 3 and 2 here. And here I've got the king, queen, 9, 8, 5, 4, ace. And here I've got the jack, 10, 7, 6, 3, 2, and the same here. Now, by the way, you can slow this video down or pause it to have a look at these cards. That's why I've laid these out, so you can write this down and set your packs up in this way. So if you think about it, here I've now got a complete pack of 52 cards. So there's 52 cards here. Okay, 52 cards. However, they're made up of pairs of identical cards, 2 aces, 2 4s, 2 5s on there. That's it. You give these a shuffle. Now, as I mentioned before, you don't need to use these cards. These are called the Rainbow Deck, which is from Bicycle. Okay, where every card has a different design on. And I thought this was befitting to the routine to say that I'd collected these from various packs of cards over the years. But you can just use red back cards and blue back cards if you prefer. So here we got the pack on there. In fact, a friend of mine, he set this up and he went one stage better in that he used different makes of cards, not just Bicycle. He even had not only poker size but bridge size cards as well. So he had a whole mixture of different sized playing cards, and it really added to the effect that he had bundled together an old deck of cards. So that's this pack. And of course, once you set that up, the other half of the cards that you're going to make another pack out of, 26 cards, 26 cards. These are the same but in reverse. So now if you look, the red suits have the aces in as an indicator, and then they have the 4, 5, 8, 9, queen, king. So they're always in pairs. Now, if this is the first time you're looking at this, you're probably thinking, this takes a lot of memory. Trust me, if I can remember it, then anyone can. Once you've done this and played around with it a few times, had a few practice runs, you just know which deck contains which set of cards. Okay, 26 cards. So we've got the same here for the second deck of cards. And once again, you collect these up and you mix them all up. You can shuffle them. Now, another thing that you need to be aware of with the cards, now we've got our packs, our respective packs, you do need to make sure that they're thoroughly mixed. So take the 26 cards and 26, and on one half of them, mix them up thoroughly. You really do need these mixed up. In fact, what I would do is to spread them out and go through and make sure that there's no groups of cards together, and that they are kind of pretty much mixed up in different colours, black and red. That's what you want, is this to be totally randomized. Okay, something like this. Then what you need to do is to take the identical other 26 cards and lay them out in exactly the same order. 5 of diamonds, 10 of clubs, 4 of hearts, 7 of spades, and so on. I'm not going to do the rest of them, but you get the idea. The reason you want these 26 to be in identical order to these 26 is because when you put these two packs together, each card will be 26 cards from its partner. So in other words, the 5 of diamonds, the next 5 of diamonds is 26 cards from that point. The reason you're doing that is so that there's a big gap between them seeing one 5 of diamonds and then seeing a second 5 of diamonds. Because by the time they get to that second one, after dealing 26 cards, they would have forgotten that it was a 5 of diamonds that they saw. Okay, so that's the reason for that. So do that on both packs so you're ready. Don't forget to make sure that you do have the similar colour backs on these. So now we get on to the routine. What I tend to do is to put an elastic band around these and one round here. One pack goes in your pocket. The other one you come out on the table. Now what I would suggest is that you keep this face down. Okay, just keep it face down. And I know some of you will pull me up on the fact that on the routine I did bring them out face up. That was a mistake. It's better if you keep them face down. Okay, they see a pinkish back if I need to do a switch. So these go in my pocket. Now, of course, like in the routine, when they picked the King of Diamonds, I knew immediately that the King is not in this half of cards. It's in the one in my pocket. So I was lucky and didn't have to do anything. Now, you have to remember there's a 50-50 chance here. The odds are fantastic. 50-50 chance that any card they name isn't going to be in the pack on the table. If that happens, really sell it that they've been in full view all the time. So what happens if they call out a card, let's say, well, the 4 of clubs, that you know is in here? You need to do a packet switch. What you do in your pocket, you just keep a bit of card and a pencil along with this other pack. As soon as they start to name their card, you reach into your pocket casually, taking this packet. You're going to switch the packets as you pull out the pencil and the piece of card and throw it to them. Say, as you haven't physically taken a card from here, write down the name of your card that you wanted freely chosen. That's it. You've done this. As I said, half the time you won't have to do this. I know what you're thinking, will someone know you're switching the deck? No, because nobody knows what's coming next. They don't even know what the trick is you're doing at this point. So they're not looking for anything. Anyway, once they've named a card, you can then get them to deal the cards. You say, here is a pack, deal them face up. Now I get them to deal them face up. Now of course I haven't shuffled these, so they're not in the correct order, mixed order, so they are all grouped together, so just ignore that. What you'll do is you'll get them to deal them face up, okay, onto the table. And as they deal face up, now again, ignore what I'm doing here because we haven't shuffled these. These cards aren't stacked in the order, so don't worry about me dealing these. But as they deal the cards, two things. Most magicians are frightened that people will recognise that the Jack of Diamonds appears twice in the pack. They won't. Two reasons. You're in the middle of performing. They're dealing out the cards. They're doing a physical deal like this. They're counting out aloud as they're going 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And not only that, they're looking for their chosen card. That's three things. They're multitasking. They're not going to remember that when they see the 5 of spades, 26 cards further on, they'll come across the 5 of spades again. Trust me, I've done this for years. It's never ever happened. All right. Now I know on the video you guys would have rewound it, watched it closely, and you would have seen the duplicate cards appear. In the real world, that doesn't happen. But anyway, you get the idea. You count these out, 50, 51. They've counted 51 cards. They didn't see their chosen card. Straight away, you got a double whammy there. Their card wasn't there, and there is only 51 cards. One card is missing that you never managed to collect, which is the one that they named. It's so simple. It's so good. And I keep these decks for numerous other tricks as well, which I will be showing you later in the year. But yeah, have a go at stacking up the cards. You may use a different method. It's nothing new. I'm sure other tricks that are based on a similar idea use a different stacking method to have two decks that appear to be missing a card. But that's it. I hope you enjoy this and have some fun with this particular routine.